Welcome back to Doorway to Graphic Design. In today's video, I will show you how I designed this beautiful cake and deco flyer using Affinity. I will guide you through setting up the document, creating the background, explaining some essential tools, adding the photos and text, arranging the layout, and finishing everything with a subtle noise effect. If you are new here, I highly welcome you, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We will start with our canvas setup. We'll go here to the plus sign, new. So create preset, document units, we'll use pixels, DPI, which is the resolution, we leave it to 300. The page width, we'll use 2000. Page height, we use 2500. Then we leave the settings here. Color format, you make sure it's on RGB. Then you create your document. So we'll start with the arrangement of the items, then we go to the typography. Okay, so if your interface isn't looking like mine, just go to Windows, Panels, and Reset. Okay, you get something like this, then put it at the color here. As we do the work, you get to know the use of most of the tools. Okay, so just pay attention and follow what I'm doing. I'll bring my layers here. First thing, we'll create our background. We'll come here, pixel layer, then we tap on it like this. Within this side, there is no color fill here. We come to this side, you see fill 2 and flood fill 2. So we go for the flood fill 2. Then the color you have here is what you get here. If you have a color code, a hex code, you just put it here, then you get the color you want here. Okay, we are using the hex code FFEDF9. So that's the code we are using. You just come to this side and you tap on it like this to get your color. So now let's say you tap on it and the color you want, you didn't get it here. What you need to do is you can come to this side, then you choose the color you want. Then you come here, then you paste it. Or you come to your layer effect here, then you go there, then you go for color overlay. Okay, so you go for a color overlay, you make sure it's ticked. Okay, that's all. Then you come here, then it has a lot of this one here, so you can go with the RGB sliders, then you play around to get your colors. You can go with your hue, then you get your lighter tone, your darker tone. You can go to RGB hex slider, then you can copy your color code here, then you paste. So after pasting the color code here, you need to tap on it like this to get the color you want here. I don't know if you are getting me. So let's say the color we use for the background is FFEDF9. So this is it. After doing that, it will not be applied to this side unless you tap on one of the small boxes over here. So like this, then it will be applied. Hope you get me now. Yeah, we already have that color, so let's close it. As I said, we'll start with the arrangement of the items first. Before we do, we need to create a shape. So we come to our shape tool here. So we'll pick this rectangle tool, then we create a shape here like this. We'll go to the FX. Then we go to the gradient overlay. You make sure it is ticked. Okay, then we change the angle to 90 degrees. We come here, then the color black, you leave this to the RGB hair slider so that you can paste your color code here. Okay, So we will use, and you tap here for it to be applied. Now we move to the second one, and we come here, we paste our color code, the color code, and you tap here so that you paste it. We move the midpoint somewhere here. This is okay. You come here, then you close it. So the next thing is we will create our shapes so that we can clip mask some of the items in it. Okay, still on the shape tool, we create our, after creating your shape like this, you come to the top side, you see corner, come there, then you choose rounded. You can adjust it here. We just need about 16. Okay, so you leave it to 16. Let's change the color of this one before. Let's go to the color dropper, then let's pick a color here. Okay, so that's it. Back to the move tool, you hold Alt, then Shift. Hold Alt and Shift to duplicate. So the Alt will help it to duplicate, then the Shift will make sure it will not shift to the left or right side. It will be in line with that shape at the top. Okay, then you repeat the same thing again. So now you hold Shift to select all the shapes like this, then we reduce. So you hold Shift so that the shape wouldn't squeeze or something like that. So when you leave the Shift, this is how it's going to be, but when you hold the Shift, let's move them to the top a bit. So now what do we do next? So to make sure the lines between the shapes are equal, what you need to do is, let's go to the vector side. So you come to this side, alignment here, this will pop up, then align vertically. So this is it, space vertically. Okay, so you do that. So when you do that, then you apply. Okay, so meaning you get an equal space here and here. Okay, what we need to do now is bring our item so that we clip marks into it. We will start with this one, then we go to our resources here. We will bring the first, you put it on top, then now pay attention here, you left click, you drag, then you place it on it. Okay, so after doing that, you see a small arrow here pointing at the right side. When you click on that arrow, you see the shape and the item. When you place it on the item, you can either scale it down or scale it up, something like this. It's okay. So we do the same thing for the next one. We bring the next image, which is this flower, and we put it on it like this. We scale it down, and again you left click, you drag, then you put it on it like this. You put it on it like this. So you open the arrow, then you can scale it to how you want it. Yeah, then we move to the next one. We bring our next image. So we bring this meat pie, we scale it down, the same thing, left click, drag, and place it on it like this. So after that, we are going to add a stroke to the shapes, stroke or outline to the shape. You make sure it's on the shape. Okay, so that small arrow that is pointing at your right side, you tap on it, then it will open. Make sure it's on the rounded rectangle, right? Okay, we go to the FX, then we go to outline. Okay, so you tap on it, then you make sure it is ticked like this. What we'll do here is the radius. We'll increase the radius like this, so the alignment should be outside. Okay, the alignment should be outside. We come to the color. Let's go to hue. We need kind of a lighter shade of pink. So here you can come here, then you pick something similar to the background here. After that, let's increase the stroke a bit. Yeah, let me zoom it out so that you see what I'm doing. After doing this one, still on the outline, you see a plus sign, so that's duplicate effect. So you hit on the plus sign to duplicate. So now on the second outline, you increase the stroke again. You come to fill style. Now we'll change the solid color to gradient. Okay, so when you change it to gradient, you see this. You change the angle to 90 degrees. Now we come here, we change the color black to kind of darker shade of, yeah, so we move to the next one, then we pick a lighter shade of kind of pink similar to the background. Okay, a lighter shade similar to the background. So we come here, we come to this side, then kind of something here, then this is okay. Then after that, you hit close. So this is what we were looking for. Now we need to apply them to these two shapes. Okay, so what do? You come to the one we've done the outline. You see an FX side here, so you just left click, then you move it to the next one like this. Okay, so it will just apply to the next one just like that. You do the same thing, then you move to the other one too. Yeah, so that's how you can just copy a style to another image or another shape. Let me bring my layers here, and yeah, so when you look at this, it's like they are overlapping here. Okay, and we don't want that. So let's select the two here, hold shift to unselect this, hold shift, then you tap on it to unselect. We only want to select the two of them. Okay, so you bring them down like this. We don't want it to overlap. That's what we want. So let's lock them. Let's lock the background and this shape. So we've selected these two, then you come here, then you lock. Now we've locked them, so it won't interrupt when we select anything. Okay, we will bring the next image. The next image is this cake. We'll bring this one here. Now we go to our resources again. Yeah, so I'll leave the link to the resources in the description. Okay, so you can download and practice on your own. Now we bring this one, and we scale this one down. We duplicate. Now we hold Alt, then we duplicate like this. Then you scale this one. This one should be small here. The next thing is we need to create shadow. Okay, we create a new layer. So pixel layer, we create a new layer. Then we need to go for our brush tool. So this one, we have pencil tool, part brush tool, knife tool. We don't want this one. Okay. So we are on the vector, so we need to go to the pixel. That's why we can't find our brush tool. So Now, yeah, we need this one. We need this, the paint brush too. Correct. You will choose a color within pink, okay, but it should be dark because we are using it to create that shadow. Yeah, so something like this. So you just tap on it like this. You use your square bracket to either increase or decrease the size of your brush, okay. So you go to the move tool, you hold shift to squeeze this down like this, and you bring it here like this. You can reduce the opacity if it's too much for you. So let's duplicate. You hold Alt to duplicate, then we need this one for these ones, the small ones here. Now we'll move on to our typography. So Control R to bring your ruler here, then you bring this guide here. You bring this guide here, somewhere here. Try to guide you whilst you are arranging your text, okay? Now we go to the text tool here. We tap on it like this. Then let's go to our information. So the first one we'll use is flavors. We come here, you right click, then you paste. You increase the size like this. Now you go to your move tool, so let it be somewhere here. We need to change our typeface, the font we need to change. So now we'll look for our character. So there are two ways of getting your character. It's either you go to Windows, text, then your character, or you use the shortcuts. Those who like shortcuts, Control T. Okay, so the one you prefer, you use it. We change the typeface to EXO 2.0. I'll leave it in the description so that you can download and use. So we will change the font family to change it to bold. Okay, we change it to bold. Then we need to change the color too. So we come here, font color. Now this will pop up. We have switches, color, gradient. So we come to the gradient. Now the first one, we go here. Let's go to because you will be using a color code, you can copy the color code and use it. So we go to RGB hex sliders so that we can use our color code there. So we will use 9E0043. Then you tap here to apply. Okay, now we move to this side. Then we type in our color code G1008. So you come here, you tap here, then you apply. So this is what we are looking for. Let me zoom it out so that you see what I'm doing. Now let's bring another guide here. We hold Alt, duplicate. You attach to again, so you highlight, then you type. So you decrease the size like this. Now the name is Flavors by SD Cakes and Deco. So we need to create a shape in between the flavors and cakes and deco. So we'll go for we'll come to the rectangle tool, then we create our shape. When we come here, you go to the corners Then round corners, so we need about 50% is okay. You have to make sure it is well aligned with the flavors and cakes and deco. So what do? You hold shift to select the two like this. So you go to vector here and you go to alignment, then align center. So here, align center here. So you see it, that's it. So now we will, so let's switch back to our pixels. Yeah, so we will send this by SD here. Make sure this is well centered in this black shape. What do? You select both the text and the shape. So you hold shift to select the two. You come to your vector side here, you come to alignment, then you make sure align center, and come here to align middle. Okay, so let's go back to our pixels. Now we will create a small shape here. So still on our, okay, so for this one, let's use the pen tool because we want to explore the tool. So let's go for the pen tool for this one. So we come here, then we pick the pen tool here, then we stand somewhere here, you click, then you come here, you click like this. So when you come to this side, the top side here, we have the color fill, we have the stroke fill here. Now we have the size of the stroke here. So let's go to the color of the stroke. We need something black. Okay, so we can go to the hue, then we go for black like this. We will leave our stroke to something lighter, so let's say 0.4 is okay. Then we leave it like this. Yeah, like this, something like this is okay. We move to the next one then. So let's go to our, what is the name, our color picker. Okay, let's go to our color picker, then let's sample a color here for it. Let's sample a color somewhere here. Okay, so that's that. Then we copy this small line here. You can use Ctrl J to copy. So it's similar to Photoshop, the tricks and everything. Yeah, so you bring it to this side like this. Now we will move to their services and what they sell and what they do. Yeah, we copy it and we paste here. Now we will create a shape. So we can come here, then copy this one. So you hold Alt to copy this one here. Like this. And you sample color from here. Sample a color from that side. So we highlight. We come here, then we change our color to white or kind of light shade of pink. Okay, back to this shape. When we go to this side, edit stroke settings, this will pop up. So you can use this dash lines style. Okay, so you can use it. This is it. So you can use it here. You see it. So you change the color, you come to the stroke here, stroke color here, then you come to this side, the kind of pink, and you can change the color. You see it? Yeah, to get something like this. Let me zoom it out for you to see. Yeah, something like this. Now back to the pixels. Our typeface, we are still using the EX 2.0, so you make sure it's on that side. Now let's change this one too. Now we have to bullet it. Okay, we go to our shape tool. We have a lot of shapes there. We'll pick the ellipse tool. We draw our shape. Hold shift so that it won't squeeze your shape. If you hold shift, then you scale it down. Yeah, so control colon to deactivate. I will duplicate this one. For you select, you hold Alt Shift, you bring it here. We go to our shape tool, the rectangle tool, then we create a shape here. So we go to the move tool, then we go to the harness rounded. So we will increase the percent to somewhere 10. So on the move tool, when you come to this side, we have perspective tool, we have mesh warp tool, then we have deform tool. So we go to the perspective tool. Okay, so when we go to the perspective tool, we come here, then we move this like this. You see how it goes like this, then we bring this like this. So I think it's okay. So we go back to our move tool. Let's squeeze it down. You hold shift to squeeze it down like this. It's too big. Now we need to change the color to a lighter color. So we go to FX, color overlay. We take the color overlay, then we come here. We come to, in the pink, we choose a lighter color like this. Kind of something like this. Then we close it. We will go to our resources. We will bring these icons. I feel the space within this side is too much, so let's shift this once bit to our right side. So our next thing, let's bring our logo. We go to the resources, then we bring our logo. Let's change the color. We go to the FS, we go to color overlay, make sure it is ticked. You go to within this pink, you go to a lighter shade related to the background. You place it well somewhere here. We'll go back to our resources. We'll bring this one. So we curve it like this. We reduce the size here, bring it somewhere here. Then we come here, we go to filters. So So filters, we'll look for radar blur. So we go to radar blur, then we increase the angle. So about 5% is okay. Then we duplicate, Ctrl J, we bring it to this side. You right click, then you go to transform, then flip horizontal, then decrease, scale it down like this. So you bring it somewhere here. Yeah. The next thing we need to do is we will come to our pen tool. We stand here, then we draw a shape like this. Now, so we go to this side, we increase the stroke like this. Now you come to this side, edit stroke setting. It should be in the line, okay? It should be at this side. So the stroke, we need about, let's say 10.9 is okay. So something like this here, but we want a similar color to this one, okay? So we will right click, we come here, then we rasterize it. Now we can apply any effect. So we will come to this one, then the gradient effect here, which is the FX, we drag it to the top here. So you put it on it like this. Yeah. So let's go to the effects, the gradient. Let's go to the gradient overlay and adjust it. Okay. It should be something like this. Control J to duplicate. Now come here and flip it like this. So you can leave it somewhere here. I leave it somewhere here. Like this. So let's bring these ones down. We don't want the darker side here, so we'll go back to the FX to adjust it. So you go to the gradient, then reverse. Get this lighter side, okay? So like this, okay. So we'll add noise to it. Control Shift Alt and letter E. To get this, it will flatten the whole work, okay? You go to filters, then add noise. So the intensity should be around, 9. It shouldn't be much, okay? Be around 8 or 9, something small. You can tick or untick the monochrome depending on how you want it. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new about flyer design in Affinity. If you tried it out, drop a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. See you in the next one.